Hey guys, Doc. First note, do not try this. Only idiots do this kind of stuff. It's very dangerous. Do not try this at home. What I'm going to do is, I've got this pond berm out here, and some of the grass, most of it's anywhere from 12 to 24 inches tall, and I really don't want to use a weed eater. And I got thinking, I'm kind of old, fat, and lazy. What if I took my Ego, which I'm not using anymore because we're using a real mower on the back, I tried cutting it. So let's see what happens. First of all, make sure you get the lawn guides. If you don't have the lawn guides, there's a website for each grass. Bermuda grass, zoysia, and cool season grasses. There's calendars, how-tos, answers for every question. Bugs, grubs, disease, seeding, overseeding, pre-emergent, everything. It's all there. So get it and use it. Go to freelawncareguide.com. Bermuda and zoysia are linked at the top, and that website is for cool season. Let's move on. Let's do something stupid, cut some of this tall grass. I think if I put the Ego on the tallest setting, and I'm an idiot, and I try this, it'll work. And guess what? It pretty much worked. So, let me show you what the grass looks like. See that? That's over 24 inches, so I have some of that. This, right here, this is kind of what I'm talking about. See that? All this grass in here. So all this grass that's at least 2 feet in here, then it goes down a little bit, clumps of 28 inches. Well, this side looked all like that a few minutes ago. And how did I cut this with my Ego? All right, first thing is, do not try this at home. Period. Do not. This is stupid. The people at Ego are probably going, this guy's going to end up killing somebody. He better stop doing that. Yeah, it's a good way to kill yourself. But here's the thing about the Ego. Number one, it's not gas, it's electric. But it has safety handles on it so that if the mower does tip, it shuts off automatically. Plus, this has a power drive, which I really kind of need for this angled cut. But you can see, look at it. It did a pretty darn good job. And I cut this all the way down on one battery, and then I cut some of this stuff on one battery. So I'm going to give you an example here. Let me show you how I'm doing this. So for a lot of this side, I didn't have to tilt it up at all. A lot of this stuff was 8 to 12 inches, and I just let it run, and it did a fine job. But when I start to get into this, see that right there? That's what I'm talking about, that right there. That's where it's a challenge. So I found that if I just tilt up the Ego a little bit, give it a wheelie, let it do one cut, then come back and then do a second pass, I'm actually able to do it now. I'm very pleased, to be honest. The only thing I got to watch out for, and I need to come back, I'll probably have Ryan do this. See how I have some roots sticking out of the ground still? Sticks, roots. So I need to get those cut out. But what was funny is, as I'm going along in front of me, I'm seeing a bunch of frogs do death leaps. They're like, oh crap, here comes the Ego. They're boom, they're jumping out of the grass into the pond. So let me go down here and try some of this really tall stuff. So again, a major safety violation is I have the back gate open here, so a lot of this grass can just shoot out, but that's the area I just did right here. That's pretty cool, actually. So man, this saved me hours of time. Now what I'm having to do is, as I run along here, I'm having to, instead of going straight, I'm actually have the mower at a little bit of an angle because the rear wheels are pushing. So my mower is going at an angle along here. And again, if I slip, you want to make sure you have boots on, by the way. If I slip or the mower slips, it's electric, it flips over, it shuts off. So I feel pretty comfortable actually doing this. The only thing I'm not comfortable with are some of these roots, especially since I got that back gate open. So I'm being a little bit careful there. But as you can see, doesn't that look gorgeous? So my wife likes to take the girls for walks down this, we call it the pond road. And I have been seeing a couple snakes out here. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get this cut down. There aren't many. And matter of fact, I got a guy that's going to come put out some snake traps for me. Most of the snakes are probably northern northern water snakes, but up next to the barn I did kill a copperhead, and our county is actually kind of famous for rattlers. There's a lot of rattlesnakes here, but I did kill a copperhead up there, and then I saw a snake swimming on top of the water last week. That's not a good sign. Snakes that float typically are poisonous. So I'm going to have him come put out some traps, and then it works. So if you want to beat the hell out of your ego, you don't need it anymore, try cutting a pond berm. It's fun.